I'm curious, when did you, as a child-free by choice woman, start to realize that you didn't want children?
And that's our discussion for today. A lot of people still to have video and share their experience. Kindly watch them and I'll be back to leave my own comment. Please stick around.
Free by choice woman start to realize that you didn't want children?
When I started living alone and enjoying it. Most of us went from our parents' house to our husband's house. We had no way and no space for us to start thinking about what we really wanted historically. So when I left for college, I lived with roommates. And when I started living alone, I started to really, really love my alone time, think about what my own dreams and aspirations were. And I started realizing that if I wanted to do all the things that I wanted to do, then kids were going to really impede that. I wholeheartedly believe that a lot of women are meant to be mothers, but I also wholeheartedly believe that a lot of women jumped into motherhood without thinking whether that's what they really wanted. And because of the pressure by society and our families to become mothers as the ultimate way to become fulfilled. And the reality is that that is not for everybody. And the conversation of women who regret having kids is not a conversation that America and the world is ready to have.
I'm curious, when did you, as a child-free by choice woman, start to
My family owned a restaurant, and I started working in that restaurant when I was 14 years old. And starting at that age, I observed moms with their kids out at lunch and dinner. And what I noticed was these moms didn't look happy and they weren't having a good time. What was happening was they looked exhausted and they seemed frustrated and tired. And I noticed that they would be doing the work of parenting while their husbands, the dads of these kids, sat there and enjoyed their meals and drank their beers and didn't do much, didn't really lift a finger, didn't do much to help with the kids. And so it was at that age of 14 and for many, many years after that, I would just observe moms with their kids, and rarely did they seem happy.
I'm curious, when did you, as a child-free by choice woman, start to realize
I had thoughts about not having kids when I was literally 19, but I never voiced them because that would then disappoint my family. I have a Jewish mother who wants me to have little girls to keep the Jewish bloodline. And then I have Esham father that want me to have boy, have son to keep on the Chan line. But it really came down to when I was dating this amazing person, but they wanted a big family. They were wanting 4 to 6 children. I was like, who's carrying that? Fucking me. And that's when I realized I don't want to carry anything. So yeah, I tried getting sterilized or having my tubes tied when I was 22, but a lot of the hospitals here are religiously based, so they're like, you'll change your mind. And that's when I found the Reddit post that has doctors in various states that are going to help you to sterilize yourself if you want to. Check out my journey and my Child Free by Choice playlist on my profile.
when did you, as a child-free by choice woman, start to realize that?
I think I was about 10 years old when I made the observation that people who had kids were poor and tired and didn't get to travel, and people who didn't have kids had money and got to travel. And this is obviously a broad generalization, and it's not a dig on parents. If you want to be a mommy or a daddy, do it. But my parents were exhausted raising the 3 of us, loved us, good parents, and I had this child-free aunt that was like, well, we're going to Europe again. And my mind was made up. I'm like, I'm gonna travel. And when I was about 11 or 12, I told both my parents, I'm like, I'm never having children. And they were both like, yeah, we know, honey. We know that you're not the one that's gonna give us grandkids. And they never pushed it on me, not once. Now I'm 37, partner got the snip, traveled to 30 countries.
First off, let's get one thing straight. Choosing not to have kids doesn't mean someone dislikes children or lacks maternal instincts. It's a conscious decision that often stems from a combination of self-reflection, societal expectation, and life experience. For many women, the realization starts with a questioning the norm. From a young age, we are taught that having kids is the natural next step in life. But some of us pause and ask, is this what we actually want, or it's just what I've been taught? The questioning alone can open the door to realization that parenthood isn't the right fit. Another big reason is the shift in priorities. Let's be real. Raising kids is a lifetime commitment. It requires emotional, financial, and physical energy that everyone feels they are equipped and willing to provide. For some women, that energy might be better spent on another pursuits like career, hobbies, relationship, or even just personal growth. There is also financial side of things. The cost of raising a child today is triggering, and for some the trade-off just doesn't make sense. Instead of spending decades focusing on someone else's needs, they prefer to invest in themselves and their communities. But let's talk about something more personal, the joy of autonomy. Some women simply cherish their freedom, the ability to travel, explore hobbies, and just spend the quiet Sunday morning in peace. Those are the things that bring the fulfillment, and they don't want to give their freedom away. So, to any woman out there grappling with this decision, know this: you are not alone. Whether you have always known you don't want kids or you have just recently realized, your choice is very much varied. Thank you guys for being part of this conversation. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video. See you in the next video and stay safe.